this coffee shop in some small town in the Midwest. I remember we just stopped for a break during our road trip. I was having a conversation with you. Well, you were reading your book, so it was pretty one-sided. And I was talking about you and me, but not in the cliche way. It was talking about us, our personality, what makes us us. I talked about how I didn't want to be sarcastic anymore, and I didn't want to hurt people. I wanted to be kind. I remember after my rant, you looked up for a second and told me, "We are who we are," and just shrugged, eyes darting back to the page. I bet you didn't even think twice after saying it. It was just autopilot, wasn't it? But those 5 words have stuck with me ever since you said them 6 years ago. And it's not like I hadn't heard that phrase before. I have. But something there just clicked. I went home that night and lay awake in my bed, staring at the ceiling, in motion of sleep but far from the action. In my head, going round and around, teasing its departure just to rush back and slam and stamp the phrase even harder into my brain. Every single night is like this. Every night ruins every day, and I spend the day repairing myself, knowing it will all be over by the night. The cycle, circular like the phrase. You can never escape. Months later, I was in the park. My eyes so black you'd assume the phrase attacked me. You'd be right. The nature, the tree, the flowers, it was what it was. The butterflies and the moths always sought sweetness and light. Are we butterflies? Are we moths? It vexed me. Oh, how this phrase turned into a question, into a test of who I was, this multiple choice question with A and B, butterfly or moth, this standardized test nailed to my chest. I got up from the bench in the park and ran down the street. I ran past my home, past the city walls I thought might free me, only to find they stayed with me no matter where I went. I kept running and ran until I reached the ocean. I stood there, staring at the water. I stood there for an hour, clearing my head before I sat down. Then it hit me. We're butterflies. We start slow, ignorant, and limited, but this limitation is also blissful and peaceful. We start consuming the ideas and the thoughts of the world until we grow the world's wings, wings that want to carry the world wings that would also be crushed by it. We're butterflies and moths. That's what we are. We. And I thought back to you. You and I. We. And soon I start thinking, without this pressure, this single multiple choice question of moth or butterfly, I don't need to search endlessly for a taste of sweetness, or die looking for light in my life. You see, both the butterfly and the moth look for a light foreign to them, produced by something bigger than them. Whether it's the eternal force of nature or the bright mass of Luna, it's in a different code, a natural code, a code for space, a code for plants, not a code for butterflies, not a code for moths. Without the pressure, the idea that you need to drink nectar and die in a flame, could you not rest these decaying wings? Did you know that a butterfly only lives at most 4 weeks? I could die before a newborn butterfly. Do I really want to die mourning the death of a person that never existed?